Jason Webber, Equality, Diversity, Inclusion and Integrity Manager at the Wales FA. First of all, thank you so much for joining us here at Leaders. As I was saying to you off camera, I think the first thing that comes to mind when I was looking into yourself and looking into your journey and everything is the mottos that you put out on social media, trying to create a better world for tomorrow. So looking at the ED&I program, looking at what the Leaders is trying to do and the work that you're trying to do yourself, what does tomorrow look like for you?
Yeah, I think for me it's trying to create that world, that environment, whether that be within sport or outside of that, where it reflects our local society and our communities across the UK and beyond that as well. And I think it's important that you can have that representation, but actually what is the experience of people when they're in that environment? Do they truly feel that they belong? And I think that's certainly what we're striving towards at the FAW and I think what hopefully everyone's striving towards across the industry as well.
Tell us about some of the initiatives and some of the work that you're directly trying to do within the organisation just to try and propel this work.
Yes, we're trying to, again, around that environment, we're trying to create a sport within football where everybody can take part in, whether that be a player, whether that be a coach, whether that be a volunteer, and has a positive experience with that and feel that they're truly valued and part of that environment. We talk a lot about the football family within Wales, and for us that's one of our core values is family and respect as well. And I think that's really important, and we're trying to create that environment. But the key thing is that we have a brand new strategy, and strategies are great, but it's about the action. I think that we need to really focus on to try and create that meaningful change within our support. And the key thing that we're trying to do is to not make all the decisions ourselves as a governing body that affect certain community groups, but actually we've set up a range of networks that meet in regularly, and we're trying to bring them along with us. And we know what the barriers are. They've been the same for a long time, but can we bring them along with us and talk about the solutions and bring them on the journey with us as well?
We see some of the great events and some of the great work that you're a part of. The Wales FA are very proud to be a part of, such as the anti-racism in football. Just tell us as to why the passion or where that direction wants to come from and what you're trying to achieve by creating such great initiatives.
Yeah, so we have a responsibility, again, going back to the environment, to make sure that it is inclusive for everyone and everyone has the best experience possible. And I think, working with some of our equality partners like Show Racism, the Red Card, Stonewall, Football vs Homophobia, Level Playing Field, for example, are really important to try and drive that awareness, within the football family, within Wales. And I think the key thing, and I suppose what we've seen from Black Lives Matter in recent times, is that it's important that we keep having these conversations and it's at the forefront of people's minds. And I think that's certainly something that is important so that we can start developing solutions. But the key thing is to making sure that we're acting upon those then and trying to make meaningful change as opposed to just talking about these things.
I think leadership and responsibility has taken such a different format, especially in the last 18 to 24 months with everything the world has experienced. Just you tell me, in terms of your perspective, what modern leadership needs to look like, especially within the sports sphere now.
Yeah, I think that what we've seen in recent times that's really changed is that accountability. And I think for too long, I think certain organisations, governing bodies of sport, we're maybe doing a bit, but maybe not doing as much as what they could be doing and put ourselves within that. And I think there's been a real shift of accountability. And for me, I think that leadership, it is very much about that, about leading the way and wanting to be a leader, not following others or waiting for somebody else to do something or be innovative to then follow it. And I think it's taking what's already been done, learning from it, but building on it as well, and making sure that we continue to go in the right direction. We're trying to make sport and society as more, as I said earlier, representative and inclusive as possible for everyone to take part in.